Shiny hunting in Pokemon Scarlet is so pleasant that I am back attempting another shiny only playthrough. But this time, there's an added twist. I will be doing a rainbow shiny team. I have to catch a shiny Pokemon for every color of the rainbow, but for an added difficulty, I have to go in order. So even if I find a blue shiny first, it will have to be boxed forever, and I have to find another blue shiny after red, orange, yellow, and green. After choosing our starter and beating our supposed champion neighbor in our first ever Pokemon battle, we head to the first path in search of our real starter. Being fairly limited for red shiny Pokemon here, I was looking for a Palmy or a Tarantula. Lucky for me, my ball of yarn showed up super early in my search after only about half an hour. Much faster than the last time hunting one. Because this was my shiny starter and my last shiny only, I named her Mirage. After arriving at the next town, I was blessed with an even bigger stroke of luck. Random encounter, shiny Fletchling. That's right, that's red and orange down in under 2 hours. This fiery bird was named Fox. Shout out to my Harry Potter fans. Here, we arrive at Mesagoza, have our first run-in with Team Star, and attend classes before heading to our first gym. After more struggling than anyone should ever with the olive roll, we are able to challenge Katie. Specializing in bug-type Pokemon, Fox Fire-Flying type combo would make quick work of her team. One Terra charge later, and her bugs were getting crushed like ants. Shortly after our gym tour debut, Mirage evolved into a familiar Spidops, and after defeating our first of 5 Titan Pokemon, Fox followed. Next was a yellow shiny, and I had my eyes set on a Shinx. I ran back and forth looking for a random encounter for a while, but decided on taking a break and going to the second gym. Spidops being bug, and again having fire flying, would make this gym a cakewalk. Spidops one-shot his first 2 Pokemon, and 2-shot Sudowoodo. With 2 gyms down, we found our first non-rainbow shiny. Now, Skidoo does have a tiny bit of yellow on him, but not nearly enough for me to deem him as our yellow shiny. Phase 1 for Shinx. Learning from this lesson, we bought some food to increase encounters before finding yet another shiny Skidoo. Phase 2 for Shinx. After another couple hours, I saw a different discolored Pokemon, a shiny Rookity. I was relieved to have this yellow hunt finished, but also a little salty that they were 3 phases for a Shinx that I never got. Either way, we named her Sandor, and she evolved quickly. Next, our preteen hero dodged some rolling boulders in order to challenge a giant bird to a fight with our tiny birds, but we still won. Another hunt means another meal. We searched for a mint Minky for a while before switching to an outbreak. This was definitely the right call. Meet Kimba. At this point, I figured it was finally time to acknowledge Team Star's existence and challenge their first boss to a fight. DJ Guacamole caught these hands, followed by Pneumonia. These hands are rated E for everyone. Next, we play a little Where's Waldo before duking it out with the electrifying streamer. I thought having 2 of my 4 Pokemon being flying would make this battle harder, but other than Bellybolt, her team went down pretty easy. I decided to make my first sandwich to save some money. Looks good, huh? Then searched for a blue Rockruff. It's between this pup and the Rookity for my longest hunts of the playthrough. In fact, they were the only 2 I could say that I wasn't very lucky in. We named Rockruff Tabitha and evolved her straight away into her midday glass cannon form. We dealt with the next team star captain and a giant worm titan before moving on to the next color. It was Indigo's time to shine. This challenge has also taught me that I didn't really know what Indigo was, so after looking for a shiny Mareep for a few minutes, I looked it up and I saw that it was more of a dark blue-purple. I changed plans to a Pokemon that I never foresaw myself hunting, Fungus. Evolving into a Pokemon called Amoonguss, his name was fairly easy to decide. We then took him to handle the water gym leader Kofu. It turns out, spamming Giga Drain against a water trainer is very effective. Next on the chopping block is my favorite team star leader, followed by my favorite gym leader, one after the other. But even hiding the clues in a parrot weren't enough to keep me from using Kimba, who evolved at some point by the way, to close combat my way through his entire team. Okay, maybe Tabitha helped too. After such an amazing performance, I took Kimba to beat the crap out of a bunch of Magikarp to evolve again into Annihilate. This must have inspired my team because Sandor and Sus evolved right after. On to the Ghost Gym Leader with a bad Ghost Rider. A double battling Gym Leader is actually a pretty cool concept, but unfortunately for her, my dark type moves hurt almost as much as my diss tracks. After a flurry of ghost and sucker punches, I goofed and left Kimba in to take another unnecessary shadow sneak, but it's okay. Spidops took his spot and cleaned up the rest of the battle. Another Titan down, another upgrade for our bike boy, and another L for Pneumonia. Off to the Psychic Gym, where we indulged in the worst activity to ever be put in a Pokemon game. If you didn't watch my first Shiny playthrough, then let me introduce myself as the biggest hater of the emotional spectrum practice. It doesn't seem to have a point. There's no real winning or losing, and it takes way too long. Regardless, Leader Tulip, who had once been the toughest gym for me, went down without much of a fight. After setting up sticky webs to slow every single one of her Pokemon, Spidops dropped her first, before Kimba and Tabitha came out to drop the rest. Off to the slopes. The last time I did this race, it took me 41 seconds, and I claimed the world record. Shortly after, though, I learned that I Am Ham absolutely destroyed me. This run, I got 36 seconds, so I'm coming for you, Ham. Onto the ice gym. I was a little worried about this one because, let's face it, ice types can be a little OP, but I was able to pull out the victory fairly easy. Have you ever seen a zombie Pokemon? Well, during my battle with Captain Ortega, I saw his Starmobile hit 0 health, but continued fighting. Even with his health hacks, I put that spoiled kid in the dirt and moved on to our final tie-in. This beach Tatsugiri was swallowed by a giant Dondozo, and after I so valiantly saved it from the literal jaws of death, it decided it wanted to turn against me. It's safe to say that I did not hold back. Now, who's ready to have their heart warmed? Arven was pretty much a tool throughout the whole game, but all is forgiven because he just wants to help his friend. And when Mabastiff picks up the Pokeball, my eyes get all watery. Alright, time to finally put an end to Team Star. This Amazonian woman was by far the hardest of the captains for me this run, due to her Starmobile being a buffing monster. But, just like the rest, eventually she fell too. So, we may already have a team of 6, but there are 7 colors in the rainbow. Time for our last hunt. I planned on doing a Dratini hunt, but decided a Vaporeon outbreak was too good to pass up on. Upon reaching my 60 KOs, I set up a picnic a whopping 2 times, for a total of about 2 minutes, with me walking away and getting a drink. After careful deliberation, I decided to name him Laffy Taffy. Time for the Elite Four. The playthrough was coming to an end, but we still had some of our toughest battles yet to get through. Rika met her match early on against us, but tried to counter with Camerupt. Unfortunately for her, our new Vaporeon had replaced Spidops on my team. Not only had Mirage seen the most game time, but I also used a Spidops in my last shiny only run, so I figured he could get benched. Between Laffy Taffy, Sus, and Kimba, Rika never stood a chance. Now, for the moment at least some of you have been waiting for. I will be picking names for a chance to win some shiny Pokemon. I'm giving away Mirage, the Spidops used in this video, as well as the 2 Skiddo I caught before Rookity. All you have to do to enter is leave a comment and say whether you want a Skiddo or a Spidops. Good luck. Winners will be messaged directly, and I will probably make a post once they have responded. Each member of the Elite Four progressively got more difficult, but let's get to the good stuff. The top champion is the last obstacle in my way of finishing this playthrough and starting a hardcore Nuzlocke on Pokemon Emerald. Oh Gita, it's going to be an absolute fight with neither side holding back. One by one, her Pokemon fell, admittedly taking out a few of mine on the way. But alas, it came down to a Terraform battle between her last Pokemon and our newest one. And with one more Hydro Pump, we did it. We became a champion. Again. Another successful run. We collected a bunch of cool shiny Pokemon and had a lot of fun. Total playtime for this run was 37.5 hours, which is crazy because the last one was only a few hours less. Do you think you can complete this challenge? If you enjoyed what you saw today, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Don't forget about the giveaway. Have either Spidops or Skidoo in your comments to be entered. That's all I have for you today, so have fun and stay safe out there, recruits. Peace.